What do you love about what you do?
That I don't have to do it. I think that's the ultimate thing. I don't have to do it.
How long did it take you to learn that?
It took me selling SourceFed and being contractually obligated to come in. So yeah, that I don't have to do it. That, you know, there will be fires, but it's nothing that I can't put out or pivot and fix.
Well, they're your fires.
Yeah, exactly. Which is, I think, yeah, it's which is good. Because it's like you ultimately control it to a certain degree, but yeah, at the end of the day, it's you.
Yeah,
you're the fireman.
But it's also a house of cards situation. Like there's a freedom that comes along with it, but there's also a stress that comes along with it. And you know, for you and for me, not to speak for you, but you know, I equate my situation a lot to like it's fragile because it is something that is supporting everything in my life. So it's like the job, which is supported by a Patreon. Sure. Which is a complicated business right out of the gates, is like supporting the health insurance for my wife and the money for my family. And then, and then if that thing crumbles and it's... So when you start thinking like that, that's that hat thing that we're talking about too. It's like, I'm not thinking like a creative. I'm thinking like a fucking stressed out, anxiety riddled bad business owner that's just worried about the worst case scenario at all times.
There's also a different, like, because people in general, if they watch you or they've been on the ride, there's a sense of ownership, but then that obviously increases when, you know, money becomes involved. And so that adds like that extra, like, I'm in with you, but then also extra pressure that obviously people don't want to complain about because it's inherently support.
Yeah. It's just a different income model, but it's one that comes with, like you said, there's like a guilt with it sometimes.
Sure. And I think something that I've been thinking about, especially since my therapy session with Mike, was just, I think maybe part of the reason subconsciously I don't fully feel what I should feel probably when people give me praise is that I've tried to turn off that part of my brain, because if I care about that and like I let myself feel that completely, then I'll let myself feel it completely when people hate me. And I'll let that make it like actually affect my sense of worth. And I think that's what I've been doing. And I think what a lot of creators end up having to do, whether they intend to or not, is kind of go like, that can't be like everything I fucking am. Like a subreddit post or a post on Reddit can't fucking define who I am as a human being. I know it. It's this moment in time from someone else. It's not me. So yeah, I think that's one of the bigger things.
This whole 14 years now that
you've been on longer than me, man?
2006 is when. So it's like a 14-year existence of YouTube. I've been on it in some capacity in different ways. I can't wait for the studies of how it affected human beings in the 20, 30 years, whenever the studies come out. Who knows? Because seems like it's becoming more and more just ubiquitous and normal. But like the self-worth is something that is a very interesting word that you said, or term that you said, and I think about it all the time, because the likes, the hearts, all this stuff that doesn't fucking matter is all false validation at the end of the day. But it matters, especially in the world that we are, this business sense, to a point, and we start like self-identifying by it until you stop. But then it becomes an exercise in like, why am I posting this fucking picture? Mm-hmm. Is it because it matters? Is it a relevancy thing? Is it business? Or is it because emotionally I feel like shit right now? My personal relationships at home aren't really doing it for me. We're having a fight or something, and I just need a boost. And then like the motivation behind all the actions for what we're doing, it's very interesting, and it becomes maddening at times. But I think it's important to question sometimes, why we're doing things on the daily, especially like TikTok, Instagram, Twitter, Like, why am I doing it? Why?
Yeah, I last night for some reason I was like, oh yeah, I'm gonna stream myself playing Rocket League on an old dead channel, and then it was just, and I enjoyed it I enjoyed 80% of it, and then there was just like a lot of questions that I couldn't get to, and then I felt that inherent like, oh, I was letting someone down. I was like, why am I doing this? what's the point? It's like, I'm not doing this for, I'm not doing it for the super chats. I'm not doing it for this. Why? And yep. I think that's I don't have an answer. I gotta delve deeper. We'll see.
Again, our brain matter has been scrambled up, and we're trying to figure it out.